Hi, this is Dr. Calvina Ellerbe with Union EAP, and today's topic talk is our mental health. I know this term has been thrown around 1,000 times, so I want to break it down a lot more simply of what it means. It's three components of your health. So it talks about your emotions, your thinking patterns, and the connections you have to others. It is just like your physical health. It is a normal part of our lives. Another term that we talk about quite a bit is mindfulness. So, what does that mean? I kind of want to lay the groundwork so that we can have the same conversation. Mindfulness is the ability that we have to assess shifts in our behavior. So, have you ever woke up and one day you feel totally great and can kind of manage things if they go wrong, and another day you're easily irritated? That is mindfulness. Your ability to notice that, I don't feel quite as strong today to handle emotional difficulty as I did yesterday. This is an important term to recognize so that you can gain the skill of recognizing when you don't feel quite as strong. So you need to be mindful, right? That's why we call it mindfulness. So I want to tell you some ways that you can improve your mental health. There's a couple things you can do. There's one thing that's very, very simple, and it's simply gratitude. And if you have a hard time with being grateful, remembering why you should focus on the good things about your life, I'm going to give you something that should help you. We think being born or living is normal. We see so many people walk around on this earth. There's about 8.5 billion people in the world. So we think, being born is no big deal. But the chance that you would simply exist is about 1 in 400 trillion. Yes, I said trillion. The chance that you'll simply exist is a miracle in and of itself. So if you have nothing else to be grateful for, be grateful that you're here. If your grandparents would not have met, you wouldn't exist. If your parents would have broken up and didn't stay together, you wouldn't exist. But you are here, and every decision that had to be made to get you here happened. And that's a 1 in 400 trillion chance that that would happen. So if you're grateful for nothing, be grateful that you're here and take it as an opportunity to give your best every single day. The research is really, really clear. Anxiety, depression, stress, they cannot live together with gratitude. So every day, just think of one thing to be grateful for. Say, good morning. I'm here. I get to do it again. I'm glad that I have food on my table, friends that I can call. Be grateful. Another thing that you can do is if you get overwhelmed, because sometimes life can just feel too heavy. So if you feel overwhelmed at all, you need to focus on your breathing. Our nervous system, when it gets agitated, it can be very, very hard to calm down and get into a safe space. So one thing you can do to help yourself calm down if you get overwhelmed is to focus on your breathing. So you take 4 breaths in, you want to do a count of 4, and 8 breaths out. That helps your nervous system calm down. And this can be used at any time. Somebody say something to get on your nerves, just start breathing, right? Don't just step right into breathing, right? Let your nervous system calm down. And so every day you can do small things to help. I want to give you a little bit more information as to why it's super important for union members to be aware of their mental health. 83% of construction workers experience mental health issues, and there's about a 4 times higher rate of suicide among construction workers. So mental health issues are even underreported, especially among men. It can be very, very hard to ask for help. And that's reasonable, and we understand. And this is why we make it as easy as possible at Union EAP to reach out to us. That when you call us, we always answer. We get back to you, and we walk with you through any difficulties. Asking for help can sometimes feel a little stigmatizing that, hey, I'm a man or I work really hard. Why do I want to get anybody to help me? There can be shame associated with it. But let me encourage you that asking for help is actually a sign of strength and not weakness. There is no shame in asking for help. When you call us, we answer with a smile, and we're glad to hear from you. And we're going to support you no matter what your issue is so that you can get help from the right people. When it comes to mental health, people often think about therapy, right? Like, go get therapy. But therapy isn't one size fits all. So let me tell you a little bit about what it is. Therapy is not about pointing fingers and telling you that, hey, you should be a better person or you should be doing things differently. There's many different kinds of therapy and many different types of therapists. This is why when you call us, if you do think that maybe I need some therapy, maybe I need somebody to talk to, we vet them for you. We make sure that your insurance will cover the type of therapist that we're reaching out to and that they are committed to doing a good job. Be okay with trial and error when it comes to finding a therapist. You might find somebody that you totally click with and it works and it's easy, and sometimes it might not be that easy. So be okay finding somebody else. And you can call us back and we'll support you even on that journey. We know that mental health crises don't just happen during work hours. This is why we're available 365 days a year, 24/7, holidays and weekends included. When you call, you're assigned to a licensed care coordinator who will support you through anything that you need. Always remember, members matter.